Hey Geminis, it's Sahara Stars with Astrology doing your February 2019 astro weather forecast. I hope you guys are doing awesome. This month, actually tomorrow, the new moon on the 4th is in the sign of Aquarius, which is occupying your 9th house of long distance travel, foreign things, anything that has to do with higher learning as well. So you can go, this can promote some of you to go further your education or learn a new subject. It also has to do with politics, law, all those types of things. It's Jupiter's house of expansion. So having a new moon there in Aquarius, which will occur at 2:03 a.m., this new moon is about growth and protection. It's very well aspected by Jupiter, the ruler of the 9th house. So positive movement forward for you guys after this new moon is going to be in furthering your education, learning new things, expanding your horizons. Some of you might start traveling. There's going to be a lot going on in that area, and that's going to be taking place over the next couple of months. As the new moon first occurs, you'll notice some sort of change, some sort of ending. Some of you might be finishing school. Some of you might be starting a new project in that area. It's also writing and publishing. Some of you might decide to start writing or publishing a book. There's a lot of different areas, but that area is going to be touched upon, which means it's going to open new doors and opportunities for you. And since it's a moon about growth and expansion, and it is in your 9th house, which is the house of expansion, you guys will see things moving forward rather quickly in that area for you. The other place that you're going to be seeing benefits this month is when Venus moves into Capricorn, which is on February 3rd, and this occupies your 8th house of other people's money, resources. Also has to do with government money, any inheritance, any outstanding or pending loans and stuff like that, credit cards. So having Venus move into that area, a lot of you can get new offers on your credit cards or things, money increased, or you can expect to see other extra money from clients or friends or partners, pretty much any area, because the 8th house has to do with other people's resources, and Venus transit there brings about benefits in terms of monetary gain. So you guys will have a good month in terms of gaining and expanding your resources, expanding your knowledge, furthering your education. All of this stuff is going to be really highly favored in February. Jupiter is actually transiting your guys's your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, and marriage. So a lot of you are really solidifying your friendships, expanding your friendships, spending more time with friends. It's really awesome for business partnerships. It's awesome for finding a marriage partner. Having Jupiter transit your marriage house and your partnership house is very significant. And it will be transiting there for the rest of the year because in April, Jupiter will be turning retrograde, going back over old territory. So any relationships that weren't really able to solidify, you'll have an opportunity during Jupiter's retrograde motion back. And then you're going to be spending the rest of the time developing new partnerships and relationships. So your marriage house is activated with Jupiter, and Jupiter is about luck, expansion, and making things bigger. So anything in the area of relationships and partnerships will be growing over this next year or for the rest of this year. So that's really awesome. What else do we have? We have a full moon on the 19th in Virgo. And this full moon is a super moon. And that's going to be activating your 4th house of home, family, early childhood memories. A lot of this has to do with the seat of your soul. It has to do with your early upbringing, but also with the place that you live, your current residence, and your home. So having a full moon and the super moon especially is ultra powerful because it means the moon is closer to the earth, so it has a lot more power. But this particular moon is about removing obstacles, okay? Breaking free from restraints and obstacles and conflict. So having this super moon here, a lot of you can come across illuminations and revelations and find yourself feeling nostalgic about early childhood, family matters. Some of you could decide to make changes within the home, upgrade things, add new furniture, decide to spend more time with family, get in contact with family members that could contact you during this time. This moon is also pretty well aspected, so I see it as being a positive moon. And supermoons are always deeply emotional. They're extremely powerful. So there's going to be some, if any of you have been having some obstacles at home or within the family, this is a good moon to actually overcome those, reach out and fix any type of situations that are, holding you back in any way with regards to family and home, and also to make changes within the home. So there's a lot of positive things going on this month. There's a lot of really good aspects happening with Venus. And this is awesome because Venus is going to be transiting your eighth house of other people's money, which, like I said, is tax returns, loans, credit cards, investors, your partner's money, clients, anything like that. So since Venus will be transiting there, and it's going to be making really good aspects with Uranus, which is transiting in Aries, which is all about sudden, unexpected things coming to you, different avenues of things coming to you, also beneficial money-wise, which is going to be occurring on the 2nd of the month. And then we're going to be having, when Venus moves into Capricorn on the 3rd, then there's going to be some, that's when the transit is really going to be making some good aspects, because Venus in Capricorn is going to conjunct Pluto in Capricorn as well, which is a highly powerful transit for big abundance. Pluto rules over wealth, and Venus conjuncting it. Venus is about the things that bring us pleasure, love, beauty, art, money. So this conjunction is going to be really powerful for you guys too. So you can expect some big money coming through for you. And that on that day, it's going to be, that's actually going to happen on the 1st of March, but it's a very big aspect. So at the end of this month, while Venus is transiting there, you guys can expect some big news with regarding your finances. Now, there's also going to be a couple of days that maybe you might want to not make any major decisions. And one of them is going to be on the 19th, when Mercury in Pisces is conjunct Neptune. And that's because Pisces tends to be idealistic and sometimes can be confused. Sometimes things tend to get a little blurred. So if you have any major contract or major decisions to make on that day, where you need to be able to have focus and you need to be able to analyze things thoroughly, I would try to put it off for another day. If you already had plans to sign a contract or something like that already previous to the 19th, and you have to sign it on the 19th, then that's fine, because you've already thought things through. It is a good day for romance, for writing poetry, literature, any of you writers. And it's a good day for, being creative, but it's just not really good for signing on the dotted line or paying attention to details. So on the 19th, I just wouldn't make any major decisions on that day. If you're going to make a major decision, I'd do it on the 18th, the day before, because Venus is in Capricorn, and it will be conjunct Saturn in Capricorn, which is all about paying attention to detail, being conservative, looking at things thoroughly, refining things, perfecting things. So that's the good day. The 18th would be a good day to do that. Let's see. Mars is going to enter Taurus, moving out of Aries finally, on the 14th. And Taurus for you guys is going to be your 12th house of hidden things, seclusion, hospitals, institutions. This is the house of recovery, review. Often you spend time, you want to spend time in seclusion, thinking about things. Mars is a planet of action. It's a fiery planet. It doesn't think a lot. It just takes initiative. It's a ruler of Aries. So when it transits through the 12th house, a lot of the subconscious can be plowed up to the surface. Okay. So a lot of you could start overthinking a lot. And, Geminis like to think a lot anyway, very similar to Aquarians. We have a lot going on in our mind constantly, and we're very cerebral, and we're very analytical, and we pay attention a lot. So Mars transiting here can definitely bring about a lot of overthinking, okay, where you can be thinking and uncovering things in the subconscious. It typically tends to be a time where you want to slow down a little bit, because the 12th house is all about dissolution, about letting go. And it tends to dissolve boundaries and dissolve the energy of the planet there. But sometimes it can cause insomnia due to overthinking. Sometimes it can cause you to want to take some time away, feel a little bit more lethargic, feel a little bit more tired, it's really good for diving into spiritual matters, for taking time out to organize your life, to review things. It's a good time for journaling, writing things down that you may have in your subconscious mind, because there's a lot there that we're not really in touch with. And it can bring about revelations and solutions to problems as well. But if you do feel some slowing down, you do want to nurture yourself. You want to take care of yourself, take baths, nurture your body. It's a good time for meditation, relaxation, because it is bedtime matters. It has to do with sleep. Bedtime matters, subconscious. If you start to feel ill or tired, you got to nurture your body. It's hospitals, it's all these things. It's all about recovery, recovery. So it's usually a good time to take a break. If you guys have a lot of stuff going on, it's one of those times where you just feel like, I just need to nurture myself. I just need to take care of myself. And it's really good because you're going to be starting a brand new Mars cycle at the end when Mars leaves Taurus and moves into your sign, Gemini, when you start to feel empowered and energetic and courageous again. So it's kind of like considered a rest and relaxation period, okay, where you get to just take things slow, okay? It's really important that you do pay attention to your sleep and that you take time to be sure to get well rested. Because you can start to feel run down during this time period. It's usually because, like I said, you're ending a Mars cycle. So there's been a lot of action going on. A lot of your energy has been used. So the 12th house is where we go to sleep and take a break. So that's going to be happening mostly when Mars enters Taurus, starting on the 13th. Starting on the 14th. So it's going to actually enter there on Valentine's Day. So it's going to be a good time to spend quiet time alone for those of you that are with a partner. Those of you that are single, you might meet somebody behind the scenes in spiritual matters, in a spiritual group or an outing or something like that. It's possible, but it's really a time where you just kind of want to, just make sure that you get enough rest and relaxation, and try not to get too much into your thoughts, okay? Because it does activate highly your subconscious mind. Let's see what else we have. So on the 22nd, Mercury in Pisces is going to square Jupiter in Sagittarius. And this is a very optimistic time where you're going to feel good, feel dreamy, feel romantic, and all that stuff. But again, Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So Mercury has to do with the mind and communication. And in Pisces is all about creativity, compassion, sensitivity, romance, dreaminess. But it can be also delusion and self-delusion and delusion, illusions and stuff like that. So when it's squared by Jupiter in Sagittarius, which happens to be all about expansion, luck and abundance and belief. So it can be an zealous day where you really believe anything is all possible, which is totally awesome and nothing wrong with that. Just be sure that you don't make any major decisions again on this day either. You want to probably think things through, but it's a really good day to manifest because you'll be thinking big, you'll be able to visualize, you'll be able to, you can do a visualization board on this day would be a really good idea. And then on the 23rd, Mercury in Pisces is going to sextile Pluto in Capricorn. So this is a really good day to focus, okay? And on especially on creative matters, because Pluto tends to intensify and allow us to really get into something, to get fixated on something. And Pisces is all about creativity. So if you're in the creative fields at all, or in any creative endeavors in the arts or anything like that, it's a good day to start putting down notes and writing stuff about your plans in that area, because you will be able to focus and be able to put your dreams into something substantial. You'll be able to dive deep into that area of your life. So Mercury in Pisces sextile Pluto in Capricorn is actually a really good aspect for that, and that's on the 23rd. Other than that, there's there's a few other aspects that are going on that really aren't anything major, so I'm not even going to go into those. These are the really major ones that you can expect to look into and make the most of. And if you have any, anything that this month is really going to be about overcoming obstacles and growth and expansion. So there's going to be a lot of expansion happening this month for all the signs, but especially for you guys in terms of other people's money. So making more money and also expanding your horizons, learning new things, tapping into the metaphysical, learning new subjects. Some of you could start traveling or travel somewhere for some quiet time. Do a lot of research, investigation, stuff like that is also very favored for you guys. So it looks like a really good month for pretty much everything. I don't see anything negative this month. It's actually really good. So I'm very happy to deliver these messages to you guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please click the bell so you can get notified of my uploads if you'd like. If you'd like your own personal reading, you can visit my site at www.illumastrology.blogspot.com. Otherwise, I'm sending you guys positive energy for all the best. February looks like a great month, so take advantage of it and make the most of it. All right, until next time.